I think we all know Jesus was a master teacher. And there was no better lessons taught. But I'm tired of crying. There came a time when they took his temple and they turned it into a marketplace. And he went in and he kicked some butt. And I think it's time to kick some butt on guns.
Yes.
In some ways, it's disrespectful to talk about Sandy with Jakes and basketball players, because to a lot of us, that's not what he was.
That's right.
That's what he did.
That's right.
When you work with kids, once in a while, you get a connection, and you can't put it into words, and I still haven't. But when I look at somebody doing the right thing, and I can tell you 5,000 stories of when he didn't, but when he was doing the right thing and touching our hearts, it's time that we stop protecting the shooters and we start protecting the shooters. I have a 5-year-old son. You think he's my grandson by looking at me, but he's my son. He doesn't get to play with Sandy's 5-year-old. He gets to play with Nigel Wyatt's son, but he doesn't get to play with Sandy's 5-year-old. So don't tell me 13 years later there's no impact, that I'm supposed to get over it. Because you don't, and we all know it. So somewhere here tonight, maybe there's someone in this room who knows where there's a gun in Staten Island. And I've been living here for 20 years. There's no duck hunting on Staten Island. We don't shoot deer. We're shooting each other.
Now, I have a lot to say. I know we have a visual, and I ask everybody to stay here. We're going to actually march down to the golf gas station where 3 victims lost their lives. 3 victims were shot and killed. It wasn't this Sandy. It was a gentleman by the name of Mr. John Garnett. Is anybody from his family present? Any representatives from Mr. John Garnett? Nobody knows John Garnett. Okay, he just almost died in vain. Okay, he got killed at that Victory Golf gas station. Following him was our beloved Sandy Brock. Following Sandy Brock was Abdul Asmat Muhammad. He was a gas station attendant that was shot and killed here. That's three murders. That's 3 homicides. That's a problem, if you ask me. I'm not comfortable with that. If this many people are going before us, I'm uneasy about that. I think firearms are out there too far. I think our gun control laws are not strong enough. They're a little bit weak. And in particular in the South, you can pretty much get a firearm easily as you can get a library card. In fact, excuse me, let me rephrase that. It's more difficult to get a library card than it is to get a firearm. It's more difficult to get a library card than it is to get a firearm, a gun. Something's wrong with that. Try to go get a library card. Try not having your ID and try to take a book out. Try to go on the internet without a library card. It's not going to happen. Yes, they'll let us get a gun with ease. Young people, I'm talking to everybody, but you in particular. I just went to Curtis High School, I believe, if I'm correct, it was yesterday. I'm a little bad with sleep. I can't sleep, especially knowing I'm facing my fellow Staten Islanders. And I know y'all looking at me. I know y'all want to hear what I'm going to say, how I'm going to say it. And I hope I'm saying it right. I spoke to these students at Curtis High School. And I had a lot of things to say. I was a little offended that they didn't know who Sandy Brock was. I kind of blamed Curtis High School just a little bit about that. I feel like we talk about keeping his legacy alive, keeping his name alive. I wear his name in my heart. I wear his name on my back. And I told him in my own way, I will not let these people in here forget about you, Sandy Brock, I promise you. And I think I delivered when I look around the room.